Well, Jack Conti, man, your website, Patreon, is going to be the patron for every artist in America, aren't you? If you're an artist in America, you got to know Patreon.com, right? Because that's where you can all get money.
Well, hopefully that's the goal. The goal is yeah, I mean we want to reach as many artists as possible. That our without sounding too money centric here, I mean the point of Patreon is to pay people for doing great things. That's our mission. Our mission is to take people who are changing the world and making great art that millions of people love and to
Well,
pay them for it.
I know artists usually have a bad. I grew up. I went to business school, MBA and stuff like that. So money, money's a good thing. But more importantly, for an artist, if you can't support your art, then you can't share it. You can't give it. It's so important, because and also if having a site like yours to tell you if the art you're doing is other people want it, because if you're doing it and nobody wants it, maybe you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, so we're all about sustainable creative careers. You can make a song and you can spend $5,000 making an EP and packaging it and doing all this stuff. At the end of the day, if you don't make money from that song or that EP, then that's your last EP that you're going to make.
Exactly.
And what Patreon wants to do is help you make 50 more EPs and 10 more albums and 100 more videos, right? We want you to have a sustainable creative career. And that means somewhere along the intersection of art and money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you need money to live. We have to have that, and that's why. And if you don't have a sustainable way of supporting your art, then you can't keep making it. You can't keep contributing. And that's what I see art as. We're all here to do something, and if you're here to be an artist, then you have to give as much as you can, right?
Yeah.
You have to give as much as you can and share it with as much people. So if you can't figure out a way to keep doing that, with money, then you're not going to be able to give as much. And that's what your platform is, right?
Yeah. That's the whole point is, right. Yes.
It's giving and working your butt off on your art.
Working your butt off. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason being an artist should be easier than being a doctor or a lawyer. In fact, I think it's, well, I'm not going to say it's harder. I've never been a doctor or a lawyer, but it's very hard. It's more than a full-time job. The successful artists that I know.
Because, if you're a doctor and lawyer, you know what you have to do to make money or whatever. It's just, climbing up the ladder and pushing the plugs. As an artist, you're not sure. So that's, it's more insecure. So you have to probably work harder because of the insecurity about it. You don't know what really works.
Yeah, it's exactly. It requires just consistent and constant innovation.
Yeah. Because nobody knows the answer. And that's why I think artists are so important in our society now. Our whole world is like that now. Nobody knows what's work. Wall Street doesn't work. Housing doesn't work. Government doesn't work. None of it works. So we all have to be creative like artists to dig inside ourselves to find out what works. And we can't trust other people. That's why I think artists really have to start ruling the world, because that's what the world has become.
Yeah. And all these models, of the models are being taken over, right?
Exactly.
Taxi cabs are being taken over by Uber and Lyft and Sidecar and hotels. That's that's being taken over by what's the name of it? Airbnb. Yeah.
Oh, I heard another thing down in Louisiana. They're having Mardi Gras. Somebody came up with an Air P and P. Because in Mardi Gras you have nowhere to go to the bathroom, so they got an app. You could put your toilet from your house on the app and make $3. Someone wants a pee.
That's
Air
so
P and
funny.
P. Isn't that great?
That's so.
but that probably came from an artist, right?
Yeah, certainly from an innovator. Yeah.
Right. And your site is really more like for digital artists. So if you're doing creative work digitally, whether it's audio, video, graphics, and things like that, it makes it easier, because I guess you're not like Kickstarter, all these other things that project oriented. You're there to get artists money every day.
Yeah, we're again, it's about sustainable creativity. We're recurring revenue for artists. So people sign up a patron signs up to support an artist at, $1 per video or $5 per blog post or whatever it is, and it's per thing or per month, depending on how the artist wants to set it up. But yes, the main difference between us and Indiegogo or Kickstarter or any of these other companies is that it's recurring revenue. Yeah.
Well, that's one of the other things. You put your project on there and you bust your butt out for a month or two, and then the money's over, and you got to keep going, right?
Right.
And so
and
now
not only
with
that,
your platform,
you have to do like a whole other campaign and rally the new fans and find the old ones who were giving to you, and it's a full ordeal. And yeah, we want Patreon to be we don't want it to be a burden to artists. We want it to feel like an extension of Facebook or something like that, where it's an easy thing that 5 minutes a day or a half hour a week or something like that, and it allows them to continue being creative.
Well, I see that you should be like the home page for every artist, so that they have a place what they're doing in a way to easily collect revenue. So anybody comes to their home, but I could give $1 a week or $1 a month, $5 a month because I like your stuff, and I want to make sure you're still doing it for me to enjoy the next release, the next whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So you don't need a homepage anymore. You just go to patreon.com and put in Matthew Lesko, my homepage, for all my videos, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't see why not.
But it's to me, and the word Patreon, I'm sure I mean, you feel like you're in the 18th century or something in Europe, and and getting money from the king, and
yeah, that's the point. I mean, it's clearly harkening back to old school patronage.
Right, but it's wonderful because we're not doing that anywhere else. I mean, now the internet is giving out more money for artists than the government. So the National Endowment of the Arts, artists are getting more money from the internet than they are from the National Endowment of the Arts. So what do we need the government for? So I'm a guy who made a lot of living telling people how to get money from the government.
Yeah.
And I see that coming to an end.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's everything, right? I mean, crowdsourcing, just in general, it's not just crowdfunding. Crowdsourcing is taking over everything. I learned a couple of days ago there was an announcement about this incredible new app. It's people. They encourage people who know CPR to download this app, and then you say, "I know CPR."
Wow!
And you turn on location on geolocating services.
Wow.
So this app knows where you are. So you can imagine a map of San Francisco. It's got plotted hundreds of points of people who know CPR all over the map. And then when there's a 911 call and someone gets a heart attack, this app sends everyone within 4 blocks push notifications. Hey, this person just had a heart attack. Instantly, 10 people within 4 blocks know, and they all rush to the person who needs CPR, and then they're like 5 times quicker than paramedics.
Yeah, I would think so.
Instead of arriving in 7 minutes,
like dominoes getting
30
it there.
seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. The technology, I mean, the information technology is just going to change our cities and everything, and now it's going to change artists. And you're putting that together. Instead of a normal artist would get 10% and go to some publisher to publish it, and maybe they get 5-10%, and now they get 95% by using your site instead, right?
Yeah.
And that's wonderful. And so it's patreon.com. So if you're an artist or you want to be a patron. And actually what I've done looking at it, man, there's people there. I love their work. I never would knew about it. So it's great if you're not an artist to go shopping for cool stuff, cool art. You want a cool video on your website. You're looking for a cool graphic to put on your site or anything. You're the place to find that neat talent like that. That is there.
It's becoming. We're finding people who just like browsing the discover section.
It is. It's wonderful. For looking for talent, you're the place. But also encouraging talent. And I thank you so much for taking your creativity and whatever. And by the way, you're a very successful musician who have used the internet to make money as a musician for many years now. And so you're showing the rest of us how we can take our art and do that too with patreon.com, right?
That's right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Jack. Nice that
thank
you're there. You bet. Take care.